Now we're going to take a look at building a Gothic column. These are much more variable in style than classical ones. Basically anything goes as long as it looks nice. The first thing we'll need is a cross-section of the column. This one is from the nave of Salisbury Cathedral in England. It's a bitmap that has been painted onto a plane primitive. You can see that the main shaft is composed of 4 parts, and there are 4 decorative shafts around the outside. To make the column, we'll start with a cylinder primitive. Since Gothic architecture is quite detailed, we'll have to keep a careful eye on the polygon count. 16 is a fairly useful resolution. Switch to a top view and move and scale the cylinder so it coincides with one of the parts of the main shaft. Now we can use the Object Info panel to get the information we need to position the other 3 parts. Select the Move Object tool, then right-click on the Grid Snap tool, and copy the values of the X and Y location into the X and Y Snap panel. Now activate Grid Snap by left-clicking on the icon. Copy the cylinder and drag it. The Grid Snap will ensure it finishes up in exactly the right place. It may not look quite right relative to the template, but remember that's only a rough guide. When all 4 parts of the column are in place, we can join them together using the Boolean Union tool. Right-click on the tool to open the Options panel and uncheck the Triangulate First option. Now select the Union tool by left-clicking and unite the 4 parts of the shaft. The decorative shafts start as another cylinder, scaled and positioned. Now make the cylinder's axes visible and use the Object Info box again to move them back to the origin. Hide the axes and reopen the Grid Snap options box. Select the Rotate tool and change the Z value to 90 degrees. Now copy the cylinder and rotate it into position. You can Boolean unite these despite them not touching each other. Finally, Boolean unite the smaller columns to the main shaft. This is our basic Gothic column. If you need to separate the smaller columns again later, for instance when you want to texture the object, you can use the Decompose into Objects tool.